What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Not too much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, bro. On some real shit, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel relaxed and, ready to talk to my boy about some Christmas Day type stuff. You know what I mean?
All right, man. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm feeling good right now too, and real relaxed as well. I took a random ass, crazy ass nap out of nowhere, bro. Just passed out. You know what I mean? Just
It happens. You know?
no ass shit, and I'm not used to that. I don't like it, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
When you fall asleep at weird times, it can be weird sometimes. You know how you feel afterwards and stuff like that.
I definitely felt a little weird when I woke up, but I had some confirmations from God to let me know everything was okay. You know, I saw some angel numbers. I saw 888. I saw 111, and I saw 444. So that let me know that God still got my back. You know.
You already know.
So I felt good after I seen those numbers, man. You know, I was like, yeah, well, I have no reason to feel weird. You know, obviously, I was supposed to take that nap and was supposed to wake up when I woke up, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just leave it in God's hands, and I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain, bro. On some real shit.
Yeah, me too. We got some good topics here tonight, you know?
Absolutely. Let me get this intro knocked out real quick, broski.
All right.
Welcome to the Unchained podcast, everybody. This is your boy SpiritWar Martin, along with his great tag team partner, Sebastian. You feel me? Ooh, we always put God first and become your inner lion in this crooked matrix and spiritual warfare, y'all. Boy, listen here, man.
Man, that was a good intro, man. That was almost as good as pizza.
Hell yeah. I remember you and Willie, man, y'all was telling me about hella pizza and a lot of soda, man. For real. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This just sounds good like some pizza, man. Yeah, you like soda, bro?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I drink it like every great once in a while, and the soda that I do drink is like Sprite or 7-Up or, ginger ale. You feel me?
Yeah. Ever since going on semen retention and being like, super conscious of what I'm putting into my body, soda is like, man, I've been having some super discernment with soda. It's almost like, man, there's just so much fucking high fructose corn syrup in that motherfucker.
Yes.
I mean, it is ridiculous, bro. It's like it's just carbonated water, and then the rest is that syrup shit. Yep. That shit is terrible for you.
Yeah, I know, because at my old job was a cookie factory, right? And we made cookies. We make like 1,800-pound cookie doughs, and bro, it would be like, I mean, hundreds of pounds of HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, that would go into the dough. It was like very disgusting shit, bro. How much that high fructose corn syrup is used in damn near everything, because I look at the ingredients on a lot of foods and shit now on the back of things.
Yeah. And
it's corn syrup in damn near everything, bro. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Because this shit is in damn
I know. It's in everything, but yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that secret weapon for, all these food producers, and then, it's terrible for us.
It is, bro. It's not good for you. It literally has an impact on your internal organs and your body, and it makes you break out, bro. I mean, it makes you break out like crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it'll give you cancer too.
Hell yeah, it'll give you cancer and make you break out, and next thing you know, you got a pizza face out here.
Yeah, sound like pizza and start looking like pizza.
Right. And that's not good for
You know what I'm saying?
It's important for us to pay attention to the ingredients in these foods out here, because these companies don't give a damn about our health or our well-being. So it's up to us to be self-aware and pay attention to what's in these foods, because these companies out here tripping, bro.
Oh, yeah. They don't give a shit about our well-being. They just care about making money.
That's sad as hell, bro, because like I said, bro, that last job I was at, that cookie factory, those sons of bitches putting so much corn syrup in the cookie dough, fam. It was unreal.
Really? That's that's crazy. I didn't even know that they did that.
Yeah, because you know how woke I am, so I'm paying attention to all this shit that's going on in this job. It's like, this is what we own up in here? Like, what the fuck is going on in here? Just putting hundreds and hundreds of pounds in the cookie dough of corn syrup, fam. I mean, it was like, 300.
So what about sugar?
A lot of sugar too, like 300 pounds of sugar, and then like 250 to like 350 pounds of corn syrup and shit going in the cookie dough. And the cookie dough would be like 1,800 pounds, bro.
And what kind of cookies were they?
They got chocolate chip. They got this kind called Snickerdoodle. They would make peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
And then they would make damn, what was that? What the fuck flavor? Oh yeah, lemon cookies.
Okay.
And then molasses cookies, and them cookies tasted funny as hell, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, funny tasting ass.
Molasses?
Yeah, molasses cookies, and them sons of bitches be dark as hell, like the color of tea.
Yeah, I like Snickerdoodle. Those are bomb.
Yeah, Snickerdoodle's good. I eat Snickerdoodle with some good, French vanilla ice cream. You feel me?
Ooh, that's a good combination.
Heat the cookie up in the microwave or however you want to heat it up, and then add some French vanilla ice cream to it. I'm good. That's pretty flame.
Yeah. That's a banger right there.
Absolutely, bro. But listen, some of them cookies that we was making was, if you look at the internal fact of that cookie dough, it was very disgusting as far as the corn syrup and the sugar.
I'm sure, man. Yeah. I didn't know they were putting corn syrup into the dough. I mean, that's just like, ugh, yeah. Yeah,
it would, because it would be like these mixing machines, right? And it's like a giant mixer machine. On the inside, it would have these holes at the very top of the machine that would drop down corn syrup. It would drop down water as well. But the corn syrup that would come out holes into the cookie dough inside the machine, it would drop like 250 to 300 pounds of that shit in the cookie dough.
Ooh wee, man, that corn syrup is like poison.
Yeah, I'm talking about hundreds of pounds of this shit in each cookie dough. And each cookie dough, like I said, is about 1,800 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Ooh wee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was ugly as hell up in there at that last job I was at, bro. I'm kind of glad God took me out of there, bro, because majority of people in there were miserable, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. It was just so low vibration.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't understand low vibration and high vibrational frequency.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's pretty insane, man. I'm done with my cookie factory rant.
Hell yeah, let's get to it.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm ready. What you got for topic number?
I thought we were gonna start with the ones that you picked. You got those?
Yup. For topic number 1, what do you think about the weather and how it has an impact on your energy, bro? And I kind of already talked about that, but we can just go over it again real quick if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, weather has a big effect on on your mood and your well-being. A good example for me is, I had been living in Arizona for about 6 or 7 years, bro. And I was doing really good. And Arizona is really sunny, a lot of sun. And me and my girl had moved to Seattle for 2 years. And as you know, Seattle is like very rainy and it's very gray. And so like 75% of the year, I'm telling you, bro, it's just blanket of gray. Like you can't see the sun. I mean, I don't know. There's so many people that live there, and to this day, I don't know how they do it, because it is so miserable, bro. And, we need vitamin D. Our skin needs vitamin D. It's essential, vitamin. And when we don't, when we lack that vitamin, our mental health goes down, our physical health goes down. So, I had to be taking, when I was there, I had to be taking a lot of vitamin D supplements. But as you know, it's not the same. It's from direct contact from the sun. But, bro, that was really like the first kind of rude awakening that I had to realize, how weather affects me, and as soon as I moved back to Arizona and it was sunny again, my whole, everything changed. My life changed, being in the sun all the time. Like, sun exposure is so important. It helps you reset your mind. It gives you information. It gives you downloads, from your higher power, from God. Like, the sun is so powerful, and all of this stuff definitely plays a role into your mood,
Absolutely, bro. I can totally agree. Like you said, with the Seattle situation, with it being rainy all the time and gray outside, that's low vibration, bro. That's some vibrational frequency in the atmosphere there. So yeah, like you will feel down and miserable in an environment like that.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It was you'd be walking around, so it'd be that blanket of gray, literally from I would say the end of September until like May.
Man, that's a long time, bro. And this,
yeah.
Ooh wee. And I can relate to you, and here in Illinois, the way the weather is, in the winter time, it gets very intense. Like, it gets really gray outside and becomes very snowy, and my energy just feels like it just gets drained, bro, from the atmosphere in the winter time and shit like that. And I absolutely hate it, bro. I don't like it at all. And when the spring and summer time comes around, it usually gets, warm in the spring and then it gets hot in the summer. And throughout these times, my energy is just boosted. I have so much more energy, and I'm getting downloads from the sun. Like you said, yeah, that sun is an important source for us people out here, bro. And whenever you don't get it, you become depressed and all types of crazy shit. And then when you get the sun, you be happy as hell because you're absorbing that energy, bro, from the universe and the big homie upstairs. That's how I feel. And that's like, I love every bit of that. That's why I like the spring and the summer now more than ever, because I know the importance of absorbing energy from the sun, man. Because before the winter time and shit, last spring and last summer, man, I was feeling at my happiest, bro, because I was outside every day. I was very, active and getting things done outside like crazy, and just was energized, bro, like an Energizer bunny on top of semen retention, Yeah, man. And now, since we're in the winter time here where I'm at in Illinois, man, it's affecting a lot of people in this area, bro. I mean, affecting them like crazy. It's a lot of people that are depressed. They feel alone. and don't have the high level of energy that they need because there's no sun here. It's just gray and a bunch of snow everywhere, bro, and everything just seems dead outside.
Yeah, I'm from just north of Milwaukee, bro. So I'm, most of my life, so I'm familiar to that weather, that weather pattern that you're going through. I feel you, man. The winter it's tough, with the snow, and there's definitely the drastic. You get all the seasons, in the Midwest, so it definitely makes you grateful when the sun comes around. You know what I mean? When the spring hits, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like euphoric.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, that's right. It's the truth. And us as people out here, it's important to pay attention to how you feel in these different weather climates and weather changes and act accordingly to it. A lot of us are unaware how the weather can have an effect on your energy and spirit, bro. That shit ain't no joke.
I think it's important during the winter for us to work out even more, to get your endorphins going, to use other techniques to get your mood up, because we don't have the sun exposure, so, I would go snowboarding a lot, and that was, that's a good workout. And, just cardio workouts, get those endorphins flowing, get your, get your brain reset, get your mental health reset, on a daily basis, because as we know, all this low vibrational weather can kind of suck us down and get us feeling depressed and anxious and all these low vibrational type of emotions. So that is my little hack to winter time is work out, even more than what you're used to.
Absolutely right, my boy. Yeah. Like, as we're doing this podcast now, because it's cold as hell here, I'm doing push-ups and all types of shit in the kitchen right now as we speak. I ain't even lying to you, to keep my energy flowing, because I don't want it stagnant, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Keeping energy flowing right now as we're making this podcast, multitasking, because the type of energy in the atmosphere where I'm at, it's very low vibrational, and I can't low vibrational because that's not how I operate, especially being on semen retention, bro. I have to keep energy transmuted and moving around, so that's no joke for us out here, bro, especially on our SR journey.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, you got to keep it. If you're feeling any type of way, feeling funky, get a workout in.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm doing now, is we're talking about this important information on this podcast, bro. Real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. That was a good topic. What you got? Well, actually, did you want me to go through my 3 topics first before we hit yours? Or you want to bounce back and forth?
Let's bounce back and forth, man. Why don't we start out with mine? Putting down the alcohol and putting down the marijuana. Quitting alcohol and quitting smoking weed. Do you have experience with this? Maybe there's some listeners that are thinking about this. Maybe they're on semen retention and they're doing the self-development stuff and the fitness and all this stuff, but maybe they're having trouble, they're still drinking a lot or they're still smoking weed a lot, What do you have to say about this topic, about quitting all of these substances altogether and being sober?
Okay. Yeah, I actually made a video about this too, not too long ago, called Defeating Demons Will Level You Up as a Man. And from my personal experience, I had a serious problem with drinking alcohol, bro. I mean, serious like crazy, getting blackout drunk every day, bro. Looking at my old self, it was pretty disgusting. And I had to go to AA meetings and talk to other people because I felt like I was alone and shit. So AA meetings and got to talking to other individuals and older gentlemen about this shit, and they got to talking about their problems, and it made me feel a lot better. And that gave me reassurance. And started putting God first every day, you know, and it literally like helped me defeat this demon inside my body that I was feeding alcohol to, because you know these addictions are just demons, right? And we feed it, you know, we feed this demon that's in our body with these substances and these addictions. And I defeated the alcoholic demon that I had in my body from, you know, going to AA meetings and a couple classes and talking to other people that's going through this shit. And it gave me the strength to stop. Well, on top of putting God first every day and asking him for strength, you know, and reading my Bible. And weed, ooh, that was a serious one for me, because I was smoking weed all day, every day, bro, and just couldn't go nowhere without being high. And, you know, before I'd go somewhere, I would have to smoke and be high in situations, you know, every situation, bro. It's like putting a mask on. I couldn't face reality nowhere. Wherever I went, I couldn't face the reality of it without, you know, I had to be high, bro. And putting God first every day and giving my soul up to the big homie upstairs, it's like he separated these people that were in my life, right? The people that I was smoking with, they just all of a sudden stopped hitting me up out of nowhere, bro. And it's like God, universe did that. And I just paid attention to that. Instead of hitting them up to see what they're doing, I just sat back and was like, okay, this is happening for a reason. And then I looked up at the universe and was like, this is what you doing, ain't it, big homie? It was like, yup, I'm taking these people out of your life because you need to stop smoking that weed, bro, and get your mind right. So that's what I took it as. And eventually started slowing down on this shit. Started slowing down, you know, from the weed, and then started smoking like a THC cart, and slowed down off that. And then eventually just stopped, bro. And I haven't smoked since, bro. And I look at it as a work of God, bro, and putting God first every day and giving myself up to him. And he gave me the strength to just stop, and he took these individuals out of my life that I was smoking with, and kept me from environments that had the weed and shit, you know. And now I'm on this lonely pathway. That was another demon that I had to defeat, the weed demon. And then last but not least was the corn site addiction and the lust demon, bro. And that was very difficult for me to defeat, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, man. And putting God first every day, of course, the Bible, and making these YouTube videos is giving me the strength to you know, gave me the strength to defeat that lust demon, bro. And, you know, going on semen retention, of course, you know, that connected me directly to God. And it gave me a superpower to whoop this demon's ass, bro, of lust and the corn sites, you know, because the corn sites, it have a serious hold on you, bro. Like, you know, like I like to say, it's like a form of witchcraft, bro. And it puts a spell on you to where you will become weird out in public. Just strange, bro, because you're spiritually broke and spent all your spiritual money on this. And that shit is no joke. And the big homie upstairs gave me the strength to shake that shit. And then going on semen retention on top of that, I have the power that I need in my spirit, you know, and it helped me defeat that lust demon, that gargoyle that we have flying around our head. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to call it. When you are on the corn sites, it's like a gargoyle is flying around your head, and you just have lustful thoughts and just look at women like a piece of meat and not operate in the spirit, bro. You know, and since I defeated that damn demon, bro, I look at everything spiritually now. You know, I'm not operating in that lower nature anymore. And it's the best feeling in the world to me. It's defeating these levels of demonic feature. But you have to go through these levels, you know, new levels, new devils, right? You have to defeat these demons on these different levels to become a strong man out here. And that's what I went through, bro.
Man, that's crazy. This topic, I definitely have a lot of experience with it. As you know, I'm in recovery, and I've been sober now for almost 15 months. And
Good job.
I had, yeah. So, but I was actually completely sober for 5 years, bro. And then I started drinking again. I thought that I could drink like a gentleman again. I thought that I could drink just casually and smoke weed. I tried to run that experiment after a little bit of time being stagnant. I was sober. Being sober also kind of catapulted me into this world of like putting God first and living a spiritual life. Although, I was still stuck in a lot of the other sins. Now that I'm where I'm at now, I can look back and see where I was kind of going wrong. I was still masturbating all the time. I would go to the casino a lot. I would overeat a lot. My spending habits are really bad. There were a lot of areas in my life that were shitty, but I was sober. I had conquered that alcohol and drug, demon. And so, all these other areas, they didn't seem as important, but now, I could kind of see where I was failing, so I went 5 years, and then I decided to drink again, and it just went horribly wrong. I thought that I could just like have a drink or a couple of drinks, after work, have a couple of beers, and then, you know how it goes. It just quickly turned into me drinking every night. I wouldn't be drinking during the day, but, I would go to work and, I was like a functioning alcoholic, where I would come home and, right after work, I'd hit the fridge and pop a beer. That's not the way that we want to be living out here. So, and, I thought it was normal. I thought I deserved that because I put in a full day's work. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'd be like, oh yeah, I went to work, so I would justify it and say, oh, I can drink. I earned it. I made this much money today. I'm gonna drink some beer and smoke a joint. You know what I mean? And kick back with my girl and just hang out and take my dog on a walk and just, that was my life. And man, it just quickly turned into something super toxic once again, and started doing that for a couple of years, and then, it just got so miserable to the point where, now I'm sober again. But, what it is with me, if you're anything like me, like when you start doing these substances and then you have an addictive personality and, or alcoholism or whatever you want to call it is going on in your life, we use these substances kind of as a crutch. These substances are powerful substances. They change our state of mind and they can literally numb us from emotions. You know what I mean? So temporarily, when you're feeling a certain ways, you go have some drinks or, some kind of drug or anything like that, as we all know, these substances can numb us pretty damn good. They work, for a short period of time. They're going to help you forget about your problems. You know what I'm saying? So, as we realize that, it's easy for us to forget about God, forget about our spiritual nourishment, and instead we lean on these substances, and then we forget about God, and instead, now our power source is coming from these bottles, or the weed, or if you're using drugs, things of that nature, and we're putting God and we're putting our spirituality to the side, and then after a while we're completely dependent on these drugs and alcohol, and you know what I mean? And then we're spiritually dead. Before we know it, we're spiritually dead. So, and on top of it, now we have a nasty addiction to whatever substance we're using, so it's a really nasty situation, you know. But some people, you know, aren't like that. You know, some people aren't. They don't have the addiction thing as bad. You know, it's definitely, you know, black and white with me. My family, it's been runs in my family, addiction. You know, got a lot of. My uncle passed away. My dad had a problem with alcohol. You know, it is what it is for me. You know, at this point, it's honestly like I'm honestly grateful for it at this point now, because now I know, you know, I'm so self-aware of this. You know, now I know that it's not even an option for me. You know, if I'm drinking or smoking weed, like that's a blatant red flag that I'm not doing well. You know, so I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I know, you know, this is just the way that I'm meant to be. This is how God wants me to be, is to be sober. And, you know, everyone in my life says I'm such a better person when I'm sober. And I know I am, you know, and I love myself more, you know what I mean? I don't have anything blocking me from God, you know, all these substances. It just blocks us from our connection with God, you know. Can't you tell now that you're sober, you know, how much, especially now on semen retention, I mean, that's a whole nother wormhole of a topic, but just even being sober, like, you just feel way more connected, you know, spiritually. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. And it's also, the way I look at it is also breaking generational curses that we have that have been cast upon us. Breaking these generational curses, bro. It turns us into some strong individuals, man, and then we become light workers to others that's struggling with breaking generational curses, bro. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You mean like with the addictions and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, because that shit gets passed down through generations, like the alcohol and, you know, the weed and, you know, even other drugs. That shit gets passed down through generations, bro. Because it happens.
Yeah.
In my family, like my grandfather was a serious alcoholic, bro, and that's how I got to the point to where it was out of control. He was racing in muscle cars and crashing that shit. Every car he would get, he would crash. Being drunk and racing, just reckless, bro. And that's how I was for a while, just recklessly drunk out here, bro. And that's a generational curse, and I had to break that shit, bro. And since I broke it, I feel free. You know, same thing with weed. And yeah, bro, just wilding out. That seems like it's a common thing amongst the men in my family, bro. You know, and like that, because God has a bigger purpose for me out here, and that's what we're doing right now.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's super crazy to think about, and you know what's crazy to me, you know. Semen retention is so powerful that, you know, when my life just got to where it was, I would say right before, you know, I decided to get sober, my life is just like so shitty, like rock bottom. You know, I was focusing on, you know, how do I stop drinking, and then how do I stop smoking weed? How do I stop doing drugs? How do I stop doing all this stuff and still be happy? You know, that was the focus. And now after going to semen retention, I literally don't even think about that stuff. You know, I'm like, now I'm in like the whole, it's like I've leveled up to a whole nother level, and now I have different, you know, new levels, new devils thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I know exactly, bro, because I was battling deep years, bro, and I finally got on semen retention and actually started to quit first, and I actually whooped the devil in this punk ass army, and I got their number now, so I know how they operate now.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Me and you haven't really been talking about the devil in the last couple weeks. You know, remember how we were talking about him for a while? Like every day it seemed we were getting attacked.
Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I know he's still there, but like, there's definitely like waves, and then, you know what I'm saying? And like, we get better at, we get better at countering the attacks, and we get better at learning how he attacks, and then we don't let it infiltrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what it is, bro, our power level, our spiritual power level is getting so strong to where it's becoming too much for him. You know, and he's been back. You know what I'm saying? He's been backing off, not trying to put so much pressure on us because he knows that we know how he operates. He knows.
Yeah, he's trying to devise a new plan or some shit.
Yeah, on some punk ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me come up with an idea because these guys are on a whole nother level now. They're too strong, so I have to come up with new ways to try to sabotage them on some chump ass shit, bro. Because I'm too strong for him. He backs off and goes back into the spirit world and tries to come up with a different plan of sabotage. That's how he works, bro. I already know he got his number. Like I said, I know how his chump ass works.
Hell yeah.
He knows I don't tolerate his bullshit no more because he had me, had us held down for so long, bro, through relationships, through substance and the corn side addictions, bro. Those are all demons that he has had, top-notch officers from the kingdom of darkness that he had holding us down in chains, bro. Now we broke the chains and we got a podcast called Unchained Podcast. Ain't that something?
For real. It's facts.
You feel me? Huh.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah, it's surreal, at moments, yeah. It's very surreal. I'm grateful, I'm grateful, and it's just yeah, like I said, as we level up, there's just new demons. There's different demons, and there's they keep popping up, and I'm dealing with new stuff all the time,
Yeah, that's true, my boy. But if you think about it, we had to go through a lot of levels of demons to get to these new demons. Now, new demons, we know how to operate around this shit. Yeah. It's like a video game. You have to go through these levels and level up, and then you'll come across more difficult demons, but you then, gathered up so many strengths and, acquirements on the way on this journey through the kingdom of darkness to where you are, level 100, so you got all the weapons you need and you got God by your side now. So when you come across these, they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, bro, because, they're pissed off because me and you, we found something. We found something with us meeting and doing these podcasts. They know that we're onto something here, and they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like it, bro. They're pissed off, but I don't give a damn. They pissed off. I'm pushing.
Yeah, because, bro, we literally, God blessed us in a major way. We found something, everybody that I've gotten feedback from, friends that don't even do semen retention, friends just like what we have to say. They like our energy and what we talk about, and that's going to go a long way. I feel like we found a nice formula to where we can start pumping these out, bro. Soon we're going to learn how to get them on YouTube and, get better at them. And, it's just, all we got to do is stay in our lane and just keep going. That's the beautiful thing.
Yep. Keep pushing forward and staying consistent, and then God will bless us with all the, all the stuff that'll come with this, Yep. Yeah, all the, He'll bless us with things that we wouldn't imagine. We just have to stay on this pathway and keep pushing and applying pressure on the devil and his punk ass army, bro. That's important.
Got our foot on their neck type shit.
Absolutely, bro. I got they ass in the crippler crossface on some crisp and wash.
Ooh, wait, what was Sting's finishing move? The fucking you remember the leg lock or whatever the fuck was that?
The
Scorpion?
The Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh, where you cross the legs and then you know what I'm talking about?
Yup, the Scorpion Deathlock, bro, and then he had the Scorpion Death Drop as well.
I used to have friends over, bro. Man, I was terrible. In my first, second, third grade, I was kind of like, I wouldn't say a bully, but there were a couple of kids that I would pick on. And man, I remember this kid, Michael Pug. Bro, he was my homie, but like he was low key like a hater and kind of just like a nerdy fat kid. And I was like, I would have him over to my house, bro, and I remember I would set up these mattresses and I would just get his ass in the basement immediately and just immediately start doing WWF moves on his ass.
Hell,
bro, I would just take him in the basement and I'd be like, come on, get your retarded ass down here. Fucking just choke slam him. Like on some like low key like I think I apologized to him because I seen him later in life and I apologized. You know what I mean? But he was like, oh, it's cool, because we would kind of mess around and pretend like we were wrestling. But man, I would get him I would do like full on stunners on him.
Beast mode, bro. I was the same way though. Looking at my young self, I used to put wrestling moves on people and stuff too. And sometimes I would do it in school and I'd end up getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Have to stand on the wall for recess and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With wrestling moves. And it didn't help when Degeneration X was, big at the time. Young, because I was ducking and all this shit. And didn't know what I was doing. Other kids.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. I was pretty bad, bro. I right suck it on another kid's worksheet, not knowing what I was doing.
At what age?
This was like, I was probably like 8.
You were 8 telling people to suck your, you know what?
I would say suck it because I was watching wrestling, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I see them do it on wrestling and shit, and then I'd go to school and be saying that shit, and I would do the taunt as well.
I would do the same shit. The same shit. Suck it, yeah. I would do the X-Pac, you know what I'm saying? Bam.
Yeah, I was doing all that shit, not knowing what I was doing, bro, and getting in trouble and shit, and not understanding.
Yeah, your teachers are probably like, ooh, this man, this guy, he's gonna be trouble.
Yup. Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, me either, man. What was that other move? I think, was it Lex Luger maybe? It was like a sideways leg lock. And you kind of like, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, Lex Luger, he had that move called the torture rack, where he'd put people on his shoulders. Up and down.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Somebody had this one where it's like a leg thing. It was a finisher, like a leg, but it's like sideways. Man, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle? Oh,
yeah.
The ankle lock?
No, yeah, not the ankle lock. It was, I forget. It was a leg lock, bro. I don't remember. But I used to do that motherfucker to people. And it felt like your leg was gonna snap, bro.
I'm trying to think of who you're talking about. Were they in WCW or WW?
I can't remember. All I remember is just like, so if somebody's laying down and their legs are pointing at you, you lay parallel to them, but your heads are on opposite sides, and then you get their legs. You get one leg. You lift it up and then you put one leg underneath and then you put the other one in a certain position and you just squeeze your legs together really hard and it's like a leg lock. And it's just like, I used to do that to people.
It wasn't the figure 4 leg lock, was it?
Who did that one?
Ric Flair.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research after this episode and see if I can find it.
All right, bro. Yeah, let me know when you find out what that move is, because I'm sitting here trying to think. I know a lot of wrestling moves, but I'm trying to figure out which wrestler you're.
Man, because I would be getting in wrestling like little squabbles with people on at recess and shit, and as soon as we get to the ground, I hit him with this leg lock and make him cry and shit.
All right, man. I used to be on some Chris Jericho shit when I was younger and be putting people in the walls of Jericho and shit.
What's that one?
The walls of Jericho was when you grab both of their legs and then you like turn them over on their stomach and you're like basically sitting on their back while bending their legs backwards. You know, the walls of, when you get a chance, look up the walls of.
You still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here. But yeah, the walls of Jericho, you would take both of their legs and turn them over on their stomach, and then you would basically sit on their lower back and then pull both of their legs back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we lost Martin.
I'm here, bro.
Unless he comes back here.
I'm still here, bro.
Seconds.
What the hell? You can't hear me? Yo.
No, I don't think so. You know, maybe his phone died or something.
I'm here, bro.
But, shout out to anybody that has been listening to us, man. You know, the Unchained podcast, the Unchained Gang, you know. Much love to all you guys, man. You know what I mean? We really mean that. You know, anybody that's been listening and giving us feedback, man, we really appreciate you guys, man. And you know,